Japanese dining etiquette. First one is seating. Typically, the Japanese eat at low dining tables and sit on cushion placed on tatami floor, or it is a reed-like mat. In formal situations, so both men and women kneel. So, in Japanese dining etiquette, if it's formal dining, so both men and women kneel or seiza. So while in casual situation, the men sit cross the leg and the women sit with both legs to one side. That is. So on second one is honor. The most important person at each meal sits on the seat of honor, known as kamisa. The kamisa is placed farthest from the entrance to the room, where the meal is held. So if there is tokonoma in the room, so it's a belt of reserved space. So guests sit in front of it. The host sits at the middle of the table on one side. Towels. In restaurant and bars, a hot steam towels or oshibori is offered so you can clean your hands. Do not wipe your face with the towel. At home, it's expected people wash their hands before starting a meal. So, uh, don't be don't be surprised in the Japanese dining if in the table if you found towels. So it's normal for the Japanese culture tradition. So the second one is gratitude. So gratitude, this is the very uh, before starting a meal. So this is the very first they'll do. So a meal begins once the main guest or family members or waitress makes a gesture to start eating. So this usually comes in from a form of gratitude, such as the term, which is the gratitude that the way I say itadikameso, which means a gratefully received. To finish the meal, one might say uh, gochusama desenshita, which means thank you for the meal. That's the way we say or the gratitude. Chopsticks. Chopsticks are very important in Japanese uh, dining etiquette or in the Japanese. So many Japanese traditions concerning table manners surround to use chopsticks. Not only should they be held correctly, one must never leave chopsticks standing vertically in the bowl of food, as they are symbols of offering made at funerals. So always remember is sa tua, it is just a very simple or a small gestures, but in Japanese culture or tradition or beliefs, other it's another way that you're saying about. It's just uh, to say it's malas or anything, but that's why I am reporting it to you to uh, to add your knowledge about the Japanese dining etiquette. So always remember it to not stand your chopsticks vertically in your bowl of food. Next is one must also refrain from eating directly from a communal dish. Never, never. Next, and should not try to hover their chopsticks when deciding on what to eat next. Handling. When eating from small bowls, it's good manners to pick up the bowl when your hand and let it close to your mouth when eating from it. So this is their if there is a bowl in the table, the Japanese then you need to uh, pick up the bowl with your hand, and you need to lead it close to your mouth. This is uh, their uh, their dining etiquette as Japanese. Next, in drinking. do not start drinking until everybody at the table has a drink and the glasses are raised for a drinking salute, usually kampai. When holding a glass, women should put their hand underneath it. Men should also do this as a sign of respect when talking to a person superior to them. That's how they're the way is how the Japanese stand etiquette, where the hands they put when they drink. So always remember it if you want to go one day, someday in Japan. So due to the fact most of Japanese soaps contains a lot of ingredients, spoons are rarely used. So instead, you should try to eat your soap using chopsticks. So don't afraid to slurp your soap, as most Japanese believe inhaling air when eating noodles enhances the taste. So that's their belief. Wasabi. I think all of us know very known what is wasabi is. It is uh, it's like a partner to the sushi. So their dining, a Japanese dining etiquette. So if you are eating sushi, so there is also a soya sauce ball, then a wasabi and a sushi. So never put the never put the wasabi into the soya sauce ball or mix it, because it is a kind of insult to the chef that preparing the sushi. So friend, that's their culture. Pouring. In pouring a drink, the hand holding the bottle should always pour forward. Remember, if you're pouring uh, anything, so you should always pour forward. Pouring backward is considered an insult. So it is just a small gestures, anything. But if you do it wrong, they consider it an insult. That's why we are uh, learning this in the Japanese language. Ending your meal. So ending your meal, when you finish your meal, return the table to how it looked in the beginning. So put your chopsticks back on the chopsticks rest or in this paper holder. Replace any lids back on dishes. So paying the bill. So generally speaking, the person who invited everyone pays for the meal. So inside, oh, if that person invited you to a meal, so they are responsible to pay for all the meal. So that's their culture. That's their dining, Japanese dining. So wow, who invites you, pay. But here in the Philippines, insa ang imong invite, mga pa imong bayaran. So it's different way. Japanese regional dishes. So this is all the Japanese regional dishes, and start from the appetizer. Japanese cucumber salad. So it is from the name cucumber. So it's a cucumber salad, also known as sonomono. In Japanese, it's slightly pickled salad made with vinegar cucumbers. That's a appetizer. Ohitashi. Ohitashi consists of a bowl of spinach typically served with katsuobushi, dried bonito flakes. You know bonito flakes? The one put in that takoyaki. That's it. And a little soy sauce. It's an spinach, boiled spinach. Miso soup. So miso soup is a part of practically any traditional Japanese meal. The soup is made with miso paste and dashi, bonito broth. Miso soup is savory and mild and little salt. Main course. The main course is yaki odon. Yaki odon is a stir-fried Japanese odon noodle dish made with an assortment of vegetables and protein. It's stir fried with an savory sauce made of soy sauce and mirin. Chicken katsu. Chicken katsu is made with chicken breast, fillet breaded with flour, egg, and Japanese panko breadcrumbs, and then deep fried until golden brown. Chicken katsu. Homemade sushi rules. So sushi is typically made with rice, nori, which are seaweed that is wrapped rice and fish and the vegetables. And common sushi ingredients include tuna, salmon, shrimp, squid, eel, and crab. Japanese rice dish. Kamemishi. Kamemishi is literally translated to kettle rice, and it's a traditional Japanese rice dish cooked in a iron pot called a kama. Kamemishi originally referred to rice that was eaten commonly from the kama. Chahan. Chahan is also known as yakimeshi. It's a Japanese fried rice dish prepared with rice as a primary ingredient and made with additional ingredients and seasonings. Sikihan. Sikihan is red rice, rice boiled together with red beans. So it's a Japanese traditional dish. It is sticky rice steamed with adozoke beans, which gave a reddish color to the rice, hence its name. The dessert. Black sesame cookies. Black sesame cookies in Japanese typically consist of a mixture of black sesame seeds, flour, sugar, butter, and eggs. The black sesame seeds are usually toasted and ground into a fine powder, which is then mixed with the other ingredients to form a dough. Japanese cheesecake. A Japanese cheesecake, also known as shuffle cheesecake or cotton cheesecake, is a type of dessert that originated in Japan. It is a light, fluffy, moist cake and has a unique texture and flavor compared to traditional cheesecakes. Matcha Swiss roll. Matcha Swiss roll is a pale dessert and originated in Japan. It is a light and fluffy sponge cake that is rolled around a sweet matcha flavored cream filling. A sponge cake is typically made with egg, sugar, flour, baking powder, and it's flavored with a matcha powder, which gives a vibrant green color and slightly a better taste. That's matcha. Shish. Sushi is traditional Japanese dish that consists with vinegard rice, served with a variety of toppings including raw or cooked fish, seafood and vegetables, and egg. We all know what is sushi like, right? So there are many kinds of sushi. First, the nigiri sushi. The nigiri sushi, this is type sushi, consists of small bowl of sushi rice topped with a slice of raw fish or seafood. So remember, it is this kind of sushi shown in the picture. It's nigiri sushi. Maki. Maki sushi is made by rolling sushi rice and fillings in a sheet of dried seaweed or nori and cutting into a bite-sized pieces. There are many different types of maki sushi, including the fotomaki, take rolls, osomaki, thin rolls, and oromaki inside out rolls. So it's also a sushi. Maki, remember, maki is wrap and sheet of dried seaweed, or they call it nori. The temaki sushi. Temaki sushi is cone-shaped hand roll that filled with sushi rice and variety of toppings. This is the temaki sushi. So in the picture. So I think that's all for my report. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot from this video about the Japanese signing etiquette. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.